Okay, so today we are going to talk about finding slope from 2 points. So right now I'm going to show you two methods. There is a third method that's a little bit more popular when you get into the older grades. But I'll probably make a separate video for that one. So let's just start with two methods. So what I'm talking about here is you are going to be given a slope, and I'm just making points up here. I'm sorry, you won't be given a slope, you'll be given points. Let's just say this is, okay? So there's two ways you can do this. We'll start with the long way, okay? And probably not the most efficient way is, so you have these 2 points, okay? And they're trying to say, okay, what is the slope of these 2 points? Well, 2 points make a line. So the first way you can do this is by making a line. So if you want to graph it, you can. Okay. So the reason I don't recommend this method is, one, it takes a long time, and then two, if you don't have a graph and you have to make one like I am, it's not always even and nice. And so that can screw things up. And three, if you're really bad at graphing and you're not confident in it, you don't want to do this method. But I'll show you this method, okay? So you want to graph 1, -5. So that means we go at our origin, right 1, down 5. Boom. Okay, and I'll just label it so we can see that. Next one is 4, 3. So right 4, up 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay. So now you have those 2 points, which if I drew a line through them, that would make a straight line. So you can find, and I will draw a line so you guys can see the slope of that line just by counting. So again, first I would identify if it's positive or negative. In this case, it is positive, okay? So that means your answer is going to be positive. So you don't need a negative sign. So you can count, okay? So remember, you start wherever you want, and you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just making sure 8. See, and that's why this isn't always the best method to do. 6, 7, 8. Just because you are, if you don't draw your lines even, like I'm not here, it can get a little messed up. So 8, okay, and then from there it's over 1, 2, 3, 8 over 3, and that cannot reduce anymore. And remember, we don't want to change that to a mixed number, so I would be done on this one. So those of you that do like the graph and counting and all that, you might like that method. I don't really see that method too much when I'm given 2 points, but it's there if you want to use it. Let's talk about, like, if we have a table, okay? So let's make a table. So you guys were doing a nice horizontal table, so let's stick with that. When we do, and I'll turn this low, when we were doing the horizontal table, we always, and you should do this too, put X on top, Y on the bottom, okay? Now watch extremely closely. Go through the point and be like, okay, X was 1, Y was -5, okay? X is 4, Y is 3. See how that's set up? 1 in the X spot, -5 in the Y spot, 4 in the X spot, 3 in the Y spot, okay? So you do need to know that this is X, this is Y, this is X, this is Y. How do you remember? ABC order, okay? So now remember, the point of doing a table was to try to figure out the pattern. So just do your pattern, okay? To go from -5 to 3, that is +8. To go from 1 to 4, that's +3. Remember, it's rise over run, that's 8 over 3. Okay? Excuse me. So that is how you find the slope from 2 points. Now, there's another way. Some of you might already figure that out. You guys are awesome, okay? But I'm kind of showing just like the methods we were using based on what we've learned already. So let's try another example. Let me erase here. So let's say I'm just going to try and keep this graph. Okay, let's just say we have, let's say we have 0, comma, I'm just thinking, I apologize, 0, comma, 5, and then 1, comma, negative 2. Okay, so again, if you want to graph it, so 0, comma, 5, you start at 0, okay? You are going left to right 0 times, but you're going up 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. And then this one, we go to the right 1 and down 2. Okay, so this one was 0, comma, 5, 1, negative 2. Again, don't recommend this if you're not good at graphing or if you're not confident in it. Draw your line. You don't have to draw your line, but I'm trying to show you what's the slope. So you can see the slope is negative. So that means you're going to want to write a negative sign because you're going to have a negative answer, okay? Remember, always type when you're typing it in the computer, do the negative sign first, okay? So rise over run. So you're going to rise or fall. Let's see, from this point to this point, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to go over 1. 7 over 1, negative 7 over 1, or just negative 7. Doesn't matter. They're both the same thing. I will accept both, okay? Let's look at that at a table. Switch. So when you have your table, okay, so you have X, Y, and then you have, let's see, 0 for X, 5 for Y, 1 for X, negative 2 for Y. So start with your Y's. How much are your Y's changing by to go from 5 to negative 2? You take away 7, so there's your rise. 0 to 1, add 1 spot, there's your run. Negative 7 over 1, or negative 7. If you guys saw in that one worksheet, there was one worksheet where I gave you a vertical table. So if you have your vertical table, it kind of looks like a T chart, you would do the same thing. It's down here. Just set it up as, okay, X is 0, Y is 5, X is 1, Y is negative 2. How much are your Y's changing by? 5 to negative 2 is minus 7. 0 to 1 is plus 1. That's negative 7 over 1. Okay? So again, I recommend you stick with what you like. If you were not confident with the table stuff, don't do the table stuff. Okay, do the graph. If you are vice versa, then do that. If you see a different method, you're awesome. I'll show you another method for our next one, just because I don't want to throw too much at you. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions.